Hi all my sweet and spooky friends. So today's video, I thought I would get everyone in the fall mood and talk about some of the upcoming trends that I am absolutely in love with and just some of the stuff that I really love about fall. So I thought we would sit down and just chit chat about some of the things that I think are going to look really cool this year, whether it's fashion related or home decor, what some of the foods are that I love in the fall time. I just thought with this video would be fun to get to know me and also to talk about some of the really upcoming awesome trends that are coming this fall of 2021. So if you're interested in seeing this, definitely keep watching. My name is Charlene if you are new to my channel, and I would hope you would subscribe and not miss out on any of the fun we have here. So let's just get started on some of these amazing fall trends. I woke up this morning, it was so beautiful out, and I thought what a perfect day to film this. It's sunny out, we were able to shut the air conditioner off. It's September 2nd and it was a little windy out, it was chilly, it was just the perfect day to film a fall trends video. I just have it broken up into different categories, and as I am talking about different things, I will pop up little images so you know exactly what I'm talking about. As far as fall fashion trends this year, I am obsessed. Number one, the 90s revival. I know it was kind of really coming back last year, but it seems like it's going to be in full force this year. I am 100% on board for any fall 90s revival, excuse me. I am super, super pumped. I love platform shoes, which is definitely coming in, and flatform shoes. Platforms are absolutely my favorite shoes. I have a pair of platform sandals, I have a pair of platform filas, and I hope to build on my collection of platforms, especially because they're going to be easier to find. Western boots, I noticed, is a big trend coming in, which I think are amazing. I love Western style bags, Western style home decor. I think it's absolutely gorgeous, and the boots are amazing this fall trend. This fall season, I think they're going to be amazing. They're super easy to pair. You can pair them with skirts, you can pair them with denim jeans, with leggings. I think Western style boots are so cute, and I think I'm like really excited to see how people are gonna actually style them. And I might, you know, pick myself up a pair just to see. I've always kind of admired cowboy boots, so I feel like they're going to be similar, but maybe with like a little more of a twist to them, and I'm super excited to see those. Then I saw that clogs were coming back, which I am so excited for. First of all, I love clogs. I wore clogs when I was growing up. I love any shoe that's slip on and easy and trendy at the same time. Especially if you're like a teacher or you work in an office and you still want to look trendy and cute, clogs are definitely cute. Sort of like a clog or a loafer I love mules. Any type of that shoe where it's like a slip-on with an open back, I absolutely love. And I think they look really gorgeous on the foot. And any platform shoe, any shoe that has like a platform to it, I really love. And I definitely think that the clogs are kind of cute. I know they're not going to be for everybody, just like loafers aren't for everyone or the mules aren't for everyone. It took my husband a little while to kind of get on board with me wearing the mules, but I really love them, and I think that they make your foot look sexy. They elongate the foot. I really love them, and I think the clogs are going to be cool, just like the Western boots. I'm super excited for. So any shoe I'm really on board with, because I really am like a big shoe lover. So those are some of the shoes that I really loved. So another thing that I noticed is, another thing that I am going to really keep my eye out for is the men's section. The other day I was at Forever 21 and the men's section was amazing. I feel like there's a lot of pieces that I could work with and they fit me a little bit better. I ended up actually buying a denim jacket from Forever 21 for only like, I think I spent $34 on it, which is amazing, and it wasn't bad quality. And they had it in white, and they had the jacket in white. They had it in dark denim black, and they had it in like a normal denim color. I'll definitely show you guys that towards the end. Target's men's section was amazing. I ended up actually buying a men's sweatshirt for 15 bucks, and it's a block sweatshirt. I actually had bought one last year and it was way too big, so I had to return it, and it was like towards the end of winter when things weren't easily accessible because it was spring clothes coming out. So I was so excited to find that, and it's a men's, and I don't care. I think that most clothes nowadays are coming closer to unisex. And even if they're not, I personally don't care. And I also bought a men's, just a hooded sweatshirt, which is kind of silly, but I love the color. It's not very fall appropriate, but it's like a sherbet green, and I love it. But I will definitely show you those things. So another thing that I am definitely going to get on the bandwagon with, I actually bought myself one last year, is the sweater vest. I think they're very smart looking. I think they can definitely dress up any outfit, especially if you're into like the dark academia, which I literally love, or like cottagecore. Those two styles are so much fun for me. I don't necessarily dress that way, but I love watching other people. Just like I think I really appreciate like the gothic look. Anything like that I think is very gorgeous. Like anything dark academia, I think it's a very smart look. It's fun and you can do a lot of things with it. So I definitely love that trend, and on that trend I love the sweater vest, especially if you wear like a turtleneck underneath. I love that look, and you can find stuff so inexpensive. If you look at your thrift stores in the men's section, I'm telling you, you can find sweater vests super inexpensive, and they're not really that pricey nowadays. Like when I was at Forever 21 with my daughter the other day, we found a lot of sweater vests. Again, of course, denim and flannel, they are two of my favorite things to start the fall out in. Flannel, of course, is just a staple in most people's wardrobe, but the colors of the flannel in the men's section at Target were so good. They were orange and red and yellows, the most perfect, awesome flannels, and for 25 bucks, they were really good quality. I hope to pick up a couple. I mean, they were pretty thick, and I think that there's so many ways to wear flannels. You don't just have to wear them your normal button-down shirt. You can wear them around your waist, under things, over things. Flannels are really versatile, and they can dress up a look or dress down a look. I think flannels are so much fun. One of my favorite things to wear in the fall and winter is like a hoodie with a flannel and then a denim jacket. Then I don't have to wear something heavy because I have 3 layers on, and I can also take the layers off if I need to, but it also looks really cute together. That's one of my favorite looks, and it's very reminiscent of the 90s. 90s flannels, they kind of go together, and I am so excited to see what the 90s trends is, what's going to come out with the 90s revival. I am definitely somebody who loves the 90s. I was born in 1987, so I really did grow up in the like late 90s, but I had older cousins that dressed, you know, that were born in the early 80s, so they were more teenagers in the 90s, and I can remember the dark lipsticks and the pencil eyebrows, the real thin eyebrows, and the baggy pants, and the sweatshirts, and the crew necks, and all the polo shirts were really big back then, so I kind of hope they make a comeback. Another thing that I was super excited to see, although I love my burgundies, I love my browns, I love my pumpkin colors, I was really excited to see that saturated colors were coming in. I'm somebody who really appreciates color in my wardrobe. Although black can be fine and it's slimming, I really appreciate that beautiful saturated color. And a big color that I noticed this year was lavender. It came up many times when I was looking at like Marie Claire or Cosmopolitan. A lot of those websites were really saying that lavender was coming in and saturated hues. So I'm so excited to see that. I think color is gorgeous. So I'm excited to see what colors are going to come out, like super vibrant yellows and blues and reds and oranges. I'm just excited to see all that for fall, because you can kind of mix and match in the early fall. You're still kind of pulling out that summer trend, and then you're kind of rolling into fall, so you can still kind of do those really bright, vibrant colors. Although I do love a dark burgundy and dark browns, I'd like to see a little bit of a mix and match. I think that'd be a lot of fun. Oversized earrings were something that I saw, and as you can see, I love big hoops. I love chandelier earrings. I know some people might think they're a little tacky, but the fact that they're coming back and they're going to be easily found really makes me happy, because I recently bought some big chunky wicker earrings on Amazon, so I feel like that they're going to be making a comeback is really awesome. I love big earrings. I think they just look really nice on your ears. Moving on to some of the makeup trends that I was so excited to see, something called a kitten eye. So I guess it's a mix between I guess it's going to be like a smaller cat eye, so a little tinier wing. Personally, I love big wings, so it might be hard for me to get on that bandwagon, but I thought I would share it with you guys. So a little tiny wing might be fun to once in a while switch it up. Then I saw that natural brows were in, another thing that's very hard for me to get on the bandwagon with, because I do like my bold brows, but soap brows are in, things like that. I think these trends have kind of been in the making, so maybe they'll just be booming through the fall. And then I saw a return of the lipsticks and lip gloss. I know lip glosses have been kind of coming back, which makes me very happy, and I feel like liquid lipsticks are going to be a thing of the past, and I think lipsticks are really going to be booming dark lipsticks this fall. Vampy Mouse, or I think dark lipstick's going to be really making a comeback. Vampy, beautiful glossy lips. I'm super excited to see, along with the smoky eyes that I think are coming back into trend this fall. So I think a lot of the stuff is coming back from the early 2000s, late 90s. I hope they don't bring back too much of the early 2000s because some of the styles looked awful. I can remember, I look back and cringe at some of the stuff that I look like. And I kind of hope it doesn't all make a comeback because I still like my skinny jeans. I think I'm at that age where it's kind of hard to think of ever wearing bell bottoms or flared jeans, but maybe I love them. I did try on a pair at Torrid. If you go back to my last video where I did a try on haul at the Torrid, I did try on a pair of bell bottoms. They looked really cute, but I just don't know if I'm ready to get on that bandwagon yet. So last but not least, as far as makeup, is amped up blush. Apparently blush is going to make a big comeback. I feel like it already has. If you ask any of my family members, I am somebody who loves a lot of blush. Sometimes I overdo it. As you can see, I wear a ton of blush. I think it makes you look youthful and beautiful, and even if it doesn't look great, I love it, so I'm going to continue to wear it. I love to see people wearing it. I feel like if it's, as far as makeup, whatever makes you happy, it washes off at the end of the day. Whatever makes you happy, do. You can follow the trends, continue what you're doing, and whatever makes you happy. But I know that I'm going to continue to pile on the blush. Now, as far as some of the home decor items that I love, obviously I love pumpkins, I love haystacks, I love greenery, plants, I love corn stalks and scarecrows, your typical fall stuff. But some of the things that I saw recently that are going to be coming into trend, I really loved. So obviously warm earth tones are going to be big this year, browns and burgundies and pumpkin oranges. But I feel like that's every year, but I love burgundies. I love warm earth tones. I feel like, I know some people really like the more cooler tones, like very white, grays, but I love like a warm brown, or like a burgundy, or oranges and yellows and reds. Those are like stuff, earth tones. I love them. I feel like it can warm up your complexion in your home. It can make your home feel more cozy. I just really love it. I saw that velvet was maybe making a comeback as far as home decor. I'm obsessed with velvet. I love anything velvet, clothes, hair ties, blankets, pillowcases. I love velvet. I know it can be very tacky, but I think a little tastefully done, maybe here or there, a throw pillow, maybe a throw blanket, can be tasteful and not doing like a whole velvet carpet. You know, it can be tastefully done. I saw that lanterns were making a comeback. I think that they are beautiful. I feel like they can dress up a room. In my downstairs kitchen, my kitchen is very farmhouse vibes. Even though my home is colonial, I definitely went more of the farmhouse route. It just looked a little bit better. When my home is completely decorated, I might do a home tour if anyone was interested. But I do have lanterns downstairs from Hobby Lobby, and I feel like they look super cool, and they definitely look good for the fall season. I won't be taking them down. Like, I'm going to replace some of my decor. I will put away all of my summer decor that I had out, like my rainbow lantern, some of my plants, the stuff on my dining room table, and I'm going to be putting out my fall decor hopefully tomorrow, and I hope to record that for you guys. And one thing I'm excited about is having those lanterns. I think they're going to look so cool. So I think those lanterns that I got are going to look amazing. So what I did in my kitchen, I had this great big blank wall. So we ended up buying a brown table that has sliding barn doors and drawers for the wall. Before us, the previous owner had like a bar cart. I wanted something a little different. And then I got 3 baskets for the wall. I really like that. I think the baskets with like the different textures look really beautiful. And then I ended up putting 2 lanterns with a tall, it's like 2.5 feet for your like fruits and vegetables, or you could put bread in it, whatever you want. And I have my 2 lanterns with a big like tray in the middle. I will eventually show it, but I think lanterns are really amazing. I think they're going to be really cool for the fall vibes, and even moving further into like Thanksgiving and Christmas, fall, winter, lanterns will really look awesome. And you can kind of put them anywhere in your house. They will look beautiful on your front porch. You could put them in your doorways, pretty much anywhere. So I think that's a lot of fun. And again, I got mine at Hobby Lobby for pretty inexpensive. So the next thing I saw was knit blankets, anything knit. I can't personally knit. My sister can crochet. My grandmother can crochet. I know that's not exactly the same thing. I love knit and crocheted blankets. I think that Afghans, I think that's what they're called, are so beautiful. And I love to put them at the end of the bed or on the top of the couch, especially if they're warm, earthy tones. They're gorgeous, and they can be so expensive. So I praise anybody that can knit or crochet. I've tried to learn. I just don't have the patience for it right now, but I hope to someday learn how to sew and also crochet and knit. But knitted blankets make your home so cozy, and they give you like that grandma vibe. Like my great grandmother, every one of us got a knitted blanket from her. And my aunt is 51 years old, and she still has her knitted blanket from her from her grandmother. She would be my great grandmother. And it's just knitted. Anything knitted I feel like is very cozy, like a knitted sweater, a knitted pillow, a knitted blanket, anything like that. Even like a hat is a nice, you know, cozy, warm vibes. Another thing that I love, and then we will kind of wrap up the fall decor, other than like pumpkins I think are amazing, is the fall foliage. I love good like leaves or corn stalks. I'm gonna go buy some. Mums I love for outdoors. Anything that color is gorgeous. Sunflowers. I know that's more of a summer thing, but I love to kind of incorporate a little bit of sunflower into it. I ended up buying like the corn cobs that look like they are, you know, the corn cobs that have like the orange and the red around them, and it kind of looks like a dead corn cob. I love those. I bought little trucks for this fall. I went to the Dollar Tree. They had amazing fall decor this year. I was so impressed with the velvet pumpkins. I went to Christmas tree shop, at home, Hobby Lobby, Kirkland's. All of it had very similar stuff for 3 or 4 times the amount of the Dollar Tree. And I got most of I spent $25 the other day and got so much stuff. They had ribbon, and they had bows for the holidays. They had tablecloths. They had napkins. Any kind of decor that you want, I think is perfect if you need to be on a budget. They had the perfect pumpkins. I got velvet pumpkins. I got pumpkins with sunflowers. I got pumpkins with our family last, you know, the initial of our last name on them. I actually bought a beautiful pumpkin that's a nice sized pumpkin. It's probably the same size as this right here, with the letter P on it for our last name. And I got it for $12.99 at Christmas Tree Shop, which was really inexpensive because some of those pumpkins can be really, really pricey. Because I was in Lowe's the other day and I couldn't believe some of the prices of their fall decor. Bless you. I also like to incorporate like not just pumpkins, but I love when you get like the squash decor or any type of vegetative stuff like that, like the squash with the little lumps on it. I love anything like that to mix in and throw in with your pumpkins. They also had little tiny mini pumpkins at Dollar Tree. I don't know what I'm going to do with them yet, but I bought a vase with some beautiful like what were they, like leaves and orange and red flowers, and I think I might throw them at the bottom. That might be cute. I'm not sure. I'm hoping to do maybe like a fall decor with you guys, so if I do, I will definitely do that video separately. So some of my also favorite things is the fall scents. Now you can find, I don't do candles. I have 2 little tiny dogs and a cat, and to me candles have to be supervised. You have to watch them. I'm just too afraid of it. When I was in 3rd grade. When I was in the 3rd grade, our home, we had a home fire and our entire home was burnt to the ground. We had nothing left, nothing survived it. So I'm always very cautious about candles. So my alternatives, as you can see in the background, is the wax warmers and the melts. I feel like they last a lot longer. They're safer and they're less expensive in my opinion. $25 for a candle, or I can go to Walmart and buy quite a few little wax melts for $2. Some of my favorite scents I have written down, so I'm going to read them to you. I love cinnamon. I love the pumpkin. I love anything with spices like nutmeg, coriander. I love clove. I love any type of like Turkish market spices. Anything that has that spicy smell, I love. Then I also love maple. I love anything that smells like leaves. I love anything that smells like a bonfire. Anything that smells like that, I love in my home. If you go to Walmart, from Sensationals, they have a warmer called Warm Apple Pie, is absolutely my favorite. Their spiced cinnamon is my favorite. Any of those fall scents are amazing, and I would definitely check them out before you go out and get like Bath and Body Works candles. I would check out Walmart, because even Walmart's candles, if you are someone who doesn't have pets, are really, really good. I just have a few food items that I like to mention, and then I'm going to give you a couple book ideas to read this fall that get you really in the spooky mood. So as far as foods, I am not a big fan of cooking in the summer. It's too hot, and I'm not really good at coming up with ideas for meals when it's hot. As soon as that cooler weather breezes in, I'm like a maniac in the kitchen. I can cook up anything. And my favorite types of meals are stews, any cozy meal. So I love chili. I love to make beef stew, beef stroganoff. We love chicken stews. I love to roast chicken. I love to bake chicken. I love to, chili is our staple. We probably do that about 3 times a month, I'm gonna say, which seems like a lot, but we really love chili because we don't eat it after like we get into the spring and hotter months. Beef stew is a big staple. Mississippi pot roast is a big staple. Pot roast itself, pork roast. Those are the types of hearty meals we love in the winter. So I just thought I'd share that. I do have quite a few videos, food videos on my channel. I don't do them as often because it's just not something I love. I do love cooking. I just feel like it can be a very touchy subject for people. And even if it's just suggested, people can get upset. So I know people can get upset. So I do have some cooking videos that I personally stand by. But if you always can, it's your kitchen, your rules, you can always adjust the recipes. But some of my favorites, like I said, are chili. I love chicken and dumplings. I love chicken stew. I love chicken noodle soup, minestrone soup. I love Italian wedding soup. I love vegetable soup, vegetable stew, chicken pot pie. Anything like that that's cozy and makes you just want to sit by a fire are my favorite meals. Now, this is the end. I hope you really enjoyed some of these things, but I wanted to share with you a couple books. Now, reading is my hobby. It's something that I have been reading since I don't even remember a time where I didn't enjoy reading. So a few books that I have that can get you into a spooky mood and a fall mood are these. So recently I read the book Survive the Night. I will pop it up here because I don't, Riley Sager, I believe, wrote this. It's very intense. It's more of a thriller, not really a horror, but it's definitely something to get you into fall mood. It's basically about a girl in the 90s that needs to carpool home to Ohio. So there's a board at her college where you can say, hey, I'm looking to hitch a ride with to Ohio. We'll split the gas. So she ends up getting a ride with this guy who may or may not be a serial killer. It's an amazing story. The ending was a little strange for me, but I really enjoyed it and it kept me going. I read it in 3 days, if that tells you anything. So definitely recommend that. Then I have Hour of the Witch. It was set in the 16th century, Salem, Massachusetts, and it's about a girl that is accused of being a witch after she decides to divorce her husband. And back obviously then, that was very taboo. So she tries to petition to divorce her husband and they accuse her of being a witch. Very good book, a little long-winded, but if you love books set into the 16th century Salem, you will love that one. The House is Haunted, great book, very easy read, kind of more like a YA novel. Blew through it in like 2 days. It's not super scary, but a lot of fun. And I believe it's also set into the 18th century. Very fun. I believe it's in England. It's about a girl that takes care of her father and he ends up passing away. So she ends up taking a job as a nanny and then spooky things start happening with the children. I know there's another story that's very similar, but this one is really unique and a lot of fun. The Sundown Motel. If you love stories set in the 80s, you will love this. It does do flashbacks from current to the past, but they're very easy to follow. It's about a girl that goes missing, and the girl works at the motel she went missing from, and she starts to investigate, and as she investigates, weirder and weirder things start happening. It's a little mix between paranormal and thriller. I think you will love it. I, again, read it in like 3 days and definitely recommend it. And last but not least, it's not scary, but Anne of Green Gables. is the perfect book to transition into fall. If you love that kind of cottage core, very farm life, Anne of Green Gables is one of my favorite books to read, one of my favorite shows to watch. Anne with an E is amazing. I wish they would bring back more seasons, but I know it's done. But if you're looking for something very fall-esque, I would recommend that. So if you have any questions, feel free to leave them down below or comments. I would love to hear what you're looking forward to most about this fall season. I hope you enjoyed this. I hope you subscribe, and I will see you all in the next one. Oh, definitely leave below stuff that you're excited for. I definitely want to hear that. So I hope to see you all in the next one. Bye, guys.